Now, like I said before, it all started back in 2020 with Ricky Gervais when he was at the Grammys and called out multiple celebrities and the entire concept of Hollywood and celebrity worship and how ridiculous it truly is. And now we have public pushback, right? Public backlash toward the entirety of Hollywood, the media, and everything else in between, and how it is all beginning to go into serious financial issues across the board. And we have those like Ricky Gervais, I keep saying this, it all started with Ricky, who really put them in the hot seat, who really exposed them all, and it's really beginning to actually get to them at this point. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new, and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. Now, the 2025 Oscars are just around the corner. It is set to debut in March. We already know that it is doubling down on diversity, equity, and inclusion, especially with that movie Emilia Perez that now has 13 nominations, a movie which, by the way, is considered a musical, that is all about trans surgery that is actually being done by a drug lord. And it's as ridiculous as it sounds. It is reality. It is exactly what's going on. This is an actual movie, an actual music video, or should I say a musical, sorry. It's an actual thing that's going on that is over at Netflix, starring Selena Gomez and Carla Gascon, however you pronounce her last name there. What's interesting here, though, has a lot more to do with Ricky Gervais and what he had to say about not just Emilia Perez, the Oscars 2025, but also Selena Gomez and her recent meltdown when it came to those that cross the border illegally and the concept of deportations taking place now in 2025, and whether or not those tears of hers were real or fake. Let's dive into this. Now, on top of everything, with those like Ricky Gervais endlessly calling out Hollywood celebrities and their politics, one monumental development going on now that is now active involves how Ricky Gervais recently called out the 2025 Oscars that are about to double down on their use of DEI with the new film Emilia Perez and also the drama surrounding Selena Gomez. Now, Ricky delivered the following in a move to expose celebrities further. It's 2025 now, he says. I don't know what's more entertaining, celebrities realizing that they don't matter anymore, or those same celebrities that are crying out for help to remain while they are locked up in their mansions. I saw a video recently of one actress, or a singer, Selena Gomez, you know who she is, whatever, and she was crying about illegals. I mean, could you imagine that? Shedding tears over those breaking the law. And it hit me. If you are getting so upset about these people getting deported, why not just help them out with millions of dollars that you have of your own? Why not bring those people into your 7 different mansions? The logic just isn't there with many of these celebrities. Stay in your lane and don't get political and say such nonsense, especially when you don't know what the hell you are talking about. Were those tears real or rehearsed? I don't know. But what I do know is that she's an actress, and boy can they act. We are not to be fooled. So I wouldn't be one to put it past her. But you see, this is the problem in Hollywood. You have those like Miss Gomez, who stars in this film Emilia Perez, a film about trans surgery by a drug lord, about as ridiculous as it sounds. Yep, you heard that right. It's a musical, and probably a musical that would give anybody nightmares for the rest of their lives. But this is a film that's got 13 nominations for the Academy Awards. I mean, can you believe that rubbish? What world are we living in? It seems like diversity, equity, and inclusion is trying to survive and mutate. This is the very exact thing that the majority of people do not want to see in their lives. This rubbish known as Emilia Perez, starring Selena Gomez and Carla, who deleted so much off her social media, which is questionable, right? Like, what is that all about? I don't know, but one can assume, right? So guys, before I move on about what Ricky Gervais is exposing here, he's talking about everything going on with this movie Emilia Perez, starring Selena Gomez and everything else to go on with the remaining of the cast. And look, we know that Ricky Gervais is going to endlessly call out the Oscars. He already actually exposed the Grammys 2025 that also doubled down on DEI. We all saw what Lady Gaga was talking about there, and how much of, a hilarious backfire that she got because of that overall speech of hers live on stage. But what's interesting here is that he is calling out Selena Gomez. He is calling out this movie called Emilia Perez. And again, like I've said before, Emilia Perez is getting a lot of backlash. Even the main star of the film got a lot of backlash, not just because of what she said before in the past, but also, alright, based on what she recently did. And he actually did mention this just a couple of seconds ago, that Carla Sofia Gascon, the main star of the film, and mind me if I did not pronounce her last name correct. She did delete a lot of past tweets, a lot of past social media posts that were extremely offensive. I can't even say it on here, to be honest with you all. But moving onwards, alright, we know that Ricky Gervais goes on to deliver the following further. I think you are going to see a lot of upset celebs, he says, once this film does not receive an Oscar. And if it does, you are going to have a mob of angry viewers. Like I always say, the entire concept of Hollywood right now, and what they are putting out is as soulless as hot dog water. It's those like Selena Gomez that want to really intimidate the public with their fake tears over the current state of the country, or real tears, I don't know. It wouldn't be surprising either. We need less films like Emilia Perez starring Miss Gomez, and more films that focus on merit, creativity, and art. Like the Academy still has not learned a thing. Nothing, despite me calling them out endlessly. Have you learned nothing at all? I hope I get my message across, because this is just rubbish. Absolute trash. So again, we know that Ricky Gervais has a very big problem with Hollywood, with celebrities, and how self-absorbed they truly are, and how they believe that they should be worshipped. And you know what? Rightfully so. They deserve to be called out by somebody like Ricky Gervais. I will never ever forget that overall presentation at the 2020 Grammys, I believe it was, is when it all started. It's when he created this whole trend of creating the public backlash against celebrities and really waking up a lot of people that were really not really, in tune with what's been going on with Hollywood, and how a lot of these celebrities just get way too involved in politics. They don't stay in their lane. They don't just do their job and act. They believe that their politics matter, and they quite frankly don't. And so this movie Selena Gomez, or should I say Emilia Perez, starring Selena Gomez, this movie in particular, it's going to actually taint the 2025 Oscars. There's no doubt about that. In fact, I'm not going to be too shocked if you have Ricky Gervais going on a major rant again once this movie gets an Academy Award, if it does. And like he said, if it does, you're going to have a mob of angry people, because this movie got 13 nominations. Solely because they wanted to do it out of spite against President Donald Trump for really abolishing DEI and stripping it from all different agencies, and how he is pressuring Hollywood to just get rid of it all, and it is happening. Some studios are throwing it out the window right now, and a lot of producers and some celebrities are really not having it, especially the Academy. They're very offended over that whole change, this cultural shift. They don't like it, and that's exactly why this movie got 13 nominations out of the whim, out of nowhere, for no reason at all. So overall, I would love to hear what everyone has to say about Ricky Gervais, about Selena Gomez, about this movie called Emilia Perez, and everything else going on with the Academy Awards right now, and just how much backlash it's getting, and whether or not, this movie is going to get an award or multiple awards. That's going to be a very interesting turn of events, because you're going to see a major reaction in either direction, right? Whatever side. But overall, I would like to hear what you all have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.